What's up, man? How you doing today? So the EV market is in a weird spot right now. Resale values are pretty low and haven't moved much, mostly because the technology is changing so fast that earlier models lose value quickly. But I honestly think we're getting close to a turning point as more brands show what a good EV really can be with some reliability, some performance, better batteries with technology, and faster charging. The market will settle down and EVs will find their place and become a favorite across the industry. And we've seen stuff like this before. In the early days of hybrids, a lot of brands thought hybrids needed to look different and stand out. Most people didn't love the odd styling and lack of power those earlier models had. And on top of that, buyers were nervous about the battery's replacement costs. So used hybrids didn't sell very well at all. Brands dipped their toes into the hybrid technology, but didn't stick with it. Either they didn't have the resources, the patience, or they just weren't willing to have the long term commitment to keep developing their own systems. So they backed out. And now many of them are paying the price. They're much further behind in technology today because they didn't stay in it for the long haul and build customers' trust. Meanwhile, Toyota and Lexus stayed relentless. They kept improving hybrid batteries year after year until they became the benchmark for reliability. Today, Toyota is the top hybrid seller worldwide, and Lexus hybrids are known for being some of the most dependable luxury vehicles out there. The reputation wasn't luck, it came from consistency and engineering discipline and the pursuit of perfection. Now, in the EV world, we're seeing something completely different. We have a wave of new companies now entering the market with high priced EVs or even entry level priced EVs, even though they have zero track record of long term reliability, battery durability, or any real history of building safe, dependable vehicles. There are a lot of promises being made with new models and concepts that sound exciting, but many of them just end up being delayed indefinitely or all out canceled because the support just isn't there. Even larger companies are struggling. Honda canceled their entire EV program, the Zero program that they had, that was supposed to launch by the end of the year, losing billions. Yes, I said billions of dollars. Honda has now put the EV strategies on the back burner until they feel confident enough to get it right. So imagine what smaller startup companies have endured. They are trying to break into an industry that requires massive resources, engineering experience, and long term stability. Unfortunately, most of those companies will either fold simply because they cannot keep up with the financial pressure, the regulations, and the expectations that come with building an overall safe, reliable vehicle. With the resources to afford the risk, Toyota and Lexus, on the other hand, are taking the same long game approach they used with hybrids. They have already rolled out the new EV model, like the all new fully electric ES, and they have partnered with Subaru on shared EV development. The Lexus RZ and Toyota BZ and the Subaru Solterra, all built on the same platform. And there are more shared EVs on the way within the next year. On top of that, Toyota has publicly committed to billions towards next generation battery technology, including solid state batteries that promise better range and faster charging. Speaking personally, I'm right in the middle of this transition myself. I currently lease an EV and I genuinely enjoyed the vehicle. It has been a great experience overall, but I also see the concerns that other people have. I would love to keep my car at the end of the lease, but with the resale values being so low, buying it out would mean paying way more than what the vehicle is actually worth. So I feel stuck. I enjoy the car, but keeping it doesn't make financial sense. Right now, leasing an EV is honestly the best way to try one without getting trapped into the resale value issue. You get the freedom to keep it if the values improve, or simply return it if they don't. For me, unless things drastically change in the next year, returning it looks like the safest bet, although I might extend my lease just a little bit longer to enjoy it more. In my opinion, with the track record of Toyota and Lexus, I don't think it would take nearly as long for their EVs to become mainstream. As their technology matures, resale values will stabilize and eventually climb, just like their hybrids did. Reliability, reputation, and steady improvements always win the long-term race. And that's exactly where Toyota and Lexus shine. I would love to hear from anyone else who has any thoughts on this. And what's your overall thoughts on EVs in general? Are they truly the future? Or do they have a long term place in the auto industry? Or will you always just rely on that dino juice that you've been putting into your car every week anyway? Share your thoughts. And if you need anything, let me know. Come see me here at Priority Lexus.